Pigs in space, Curtis.
Oh,
Pigs in space.
right.
You,
On that note, yeah. Hey, I didn't know that was gonna happen, but my name is Curtis.
and I'm Mason.
We are here with episode 3 of Bottle Buddies.
Can you guess what we're talking about?
I'm gonna go on a venture and say we're eventually gonna talk about dead magicians.
Well, now you're getting into spoiler territory. But I was thinking more about space.
Ooh, pigs in space?
No, that was just something I was thinking about.
All right.
I mean, it was an intro. It's gonna be short.
Yeah, definitely. So I know we said that
We
last week. We said, hey, 4 minutes in, we're like, oh, this is gonna be a short episode.
It wasn't because Curtis was very drunk and forced me to talk through my last 3 stories.
Unfortunately, I was way too hammered before we even started recording.
Could you imagine?
Oh, Curtis Altman, you're drunk?
Drunk
Say what?
and in trouble with your wife?
Anyways.
I would have never guessed you were in
Yeah.
the doghouse.
Anyways, yeah, we said it was going to be a little bit short, but this one, we really mean it. Because we're kind of recording on a whim, so.
It's very late and we've been drinking very much, and
Surprisingly, I'm not as drunk as I was last time we recorded.
it's probably because you haven't been drinking since 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And I've eaten, so.
That's always a good sign. Okay, so what do you want me to start with? I have a story that.
Well, you haven't really told me any of the stories. So.
That's true. So I'll pick.
Yeah, you dealer's choice.
Okay.
Dealer's choice.
75-year-old man in Florida was killed
Okay.
by a flightless bird that he owned.
It's like an ostrich, like stampeded him or what?
No, he was killed. Let me find the bird's name. A cassowary.
What?
It's a bird, and it can't fly, and I don't know what it looks like.
I mean, chickens can't fly. Ostriches can't fly. Penguins can't fly. What the fuck is what did you say it was?
A cassowary.
A cassowary.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what the fuck is that?
A flightless bird.
Well, well, fucking obviously, but what exactly is a cassowary?
I don't know how you want me to answer that.
Can you look up the picture?
It's similar to the appearance of an emu. Emu, whatever. They're
because emus look similar to ostrches, kind of.
So it looks like an emu. It looks like an ostrich, and it's a flightless bird. Who would have guessed?
So it's a big fucking velociraptor looking flightless bird.
They weigh more than 100 pounds, and it looks like he owned a bunch of exotic animals.
Okay.
Llamas, all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know who would consider that exotic.
Not really.
I didn't either.
But alpaca, maybe.
Yeah, sure. He fell off a ladder while working in his backyard, or he
Okay.
fell while working in his backyard, and the bird killed him.
Did he step on him or
No, just said he fell, got attacked by the bird. Must have startled him.
so like the bird like pecked him to death?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
stepped on him
well,
to death?
he
Like,
got-
you
he-
know, like,
He's
explain it.
75.
Yeah,
He's
alright,
70.
so the fucking ladder basically killed him.
Yeah, it's happened in Florida. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Do you know why everyone thinks Florida is crazy?
Because there's a lot of meth there and cocaine in Miami.
We're in Kokomo. There's a lot of heroin here.
Okay, so let me explain what I just said. Florida, mainly Miami, is not only is it Little Cuba, you might as well.
Yeah, that's true.
You might as well just have a passport to get into Miami because it's basically a separate country.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
That's my thought process.
Here's the reason why everyone thinks Florida's crazy.
Okay, go for it.
Every headline you see that has to do with Florida, what's the first thing you see? I'll answer it for you.
Alligator kills people,
That's a good start.
or someone dies.
It's always a Florida woman or a Florida man. It's always that. A Florida man, blank, 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 dies. A Florida woman robs, blank, 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 gets shot. The reason for that is because I always wondered, Florida actually has different laws than
On
we
what?
do
On
for
what?
journalism. So, like, they can actually, their headlines can actually tell more than what ours can.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
It's got to be at least 1%.
It is a fact. I can't quote the law 100% because I don't care that much.
So you're saying that
They can publish stuff more They can publish names. They can publish the full story. They can publish things quicker, faster, and less accurate.
So what you're saying is
If
less,
you
less,
were
less clickbaity,
Yeah.
and more to the point.
Yeah, like, so if you were right now, if you were to run naked through the street and kick a cat through a window,
Okay.
here, that wouldn't be on the front page tomorrow. In Florida, it could be, because that's just their laws. They can put whatever the hell they want. If you're in Florida and you're a resident,
But I feel like whatever amendment that is the freedom to your freedom of press. I feel like any state could have that federal law backing, or they could say whatever the fuck they want.
they could, but Florida does. Not every state does that. But Florida just has this thing where they can post whatever they want. It's I can't get into the law about it, but that really is what it is. They have a different media there that will put stuff on the front page that no one cares about. If someone died by a bird here, no one would give a shit.
See, my brain is just having a really hard time comprehending that.
It's not hard. Different laws, different state. Marijuana is illegal here. We drive 5 hours another way. We can smoke pot. We kick a cat through a window naked here. No one gives a shit. We do it in Florida. Everyone knows about it because it's on the front page of Facebook tomorrow.
Well, I mean, I understand that argument, but
I
I don't know.
there you go. So I win.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I was just saying, what exotic animal would you own if you could?
An exotic animal. Honestly, I've always been really, really fascinated with chimpanzees, man.
Those scare the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, they're like
I would own it though.
they're like autistic kids. They're just super.
Okay.
They're just super fucking strong. That might be totally insensitive and like totally wrong, but I feel like chimpanzees are very, very intelligent in their own right. Not in the sense that you would think, communicating and using a cell phone on a daily basis like humans do. But I feel like chimpanzees are very intelligent in their own right, and they're extremely strong. I feel like it'd be super cool to own a
Would you like
chimpanzee.
work out with it?
I don't know.
I mean, if
I don't
strong
know.
is like one of the factors.
I haven't thought. You just asked me that on a whim, and I just really kind of gave an answer. I think a chimpanzee would be really cool. I would never actually own one because I feel like that would be totally wrong for the chimpanzee.
Yeah.
However, I think it'd be cool to hang around with some chimpanzees.
Yeah. You know what I would own?
What?
Komodo dragon.
Oh. Oh, God.
I know an island we can get them.
Oh, let me guess. Is it Komodo Dragon Island?
How did you know? Kara.
It's almost like we talked about that last week.
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd remember. What animal would we own? What exotic animal would we own if we could?
You always said those little finger monkeys.
Oh!
The sugar glider.
Yeah, I want a sugar glider. The sugar gliders, the little squirrels that fly and live in your pocket.
Okay, but I feel like...
That's not really exotic.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's not really exotic because I remember going through high school and shit. The average teenager was like, "Oh yeah, my mom just bought me 2 of those motherfuckers," and actually, while we're in English class, I've got one in my pocket right now. That type of. I don't think it's.
Well,
I mean, I could see it as being an exotic animal. However, I don't feel like it's exotic as in
A tiger.
rhino,
Yeah.
elephant, fucking tiger.
Well,
type
Curtis,
shit.
I will tell you they were exotic to me because my mother was an alcoholic and never there for me. So, moving on to the next story.
Oh God! All right, getting real deep.
Yeah. That showed up. Oh, you know what?
Sorry, you're like super loud.
Hey, man, it's because you got to make those waves, and you're
I
not.
got that deep, silky, smooth, bassy voice.
I don't like it. Anyway,
Baby.
so,
Hey, speaking of which, I got a second interview for my my radio job.
hey, man, good luck on that. And
So-
I don't have a second interview
Yeah.
because, well, that's not going to be good enough.
Oh no!
We
Click
don't
that
have-
open.
Yeah, I guess I got it. Yep, noise.
There we
Yeah,
go. I
That's
love
going
it.
to sound good. Anyway, so,
That's in replacement to our clinks because we're drinking with cans tonight.
because
speaking of
we're
what,
hypocrites. Oh, my
Yeah.
God. You're not allowed. Put your vape down. It's 10 minutes. You'll be fine. Anyway,
That's
we'll get through these next ones fast. So, world news.
all right.
The black hole.
Yes. Oh, yes. I read about that. That's awesome. Yeah. What is it? M87.
Yep, the universe or the galaxy of M87. We finally got an actual photo of a black hole. It was taken with the Event Horizon Telescope.
Did you hear about how they compiled that data to create that image?
Yeah, 8 telescopes.
It was like, I don't know the number of them, but it was across the globe.
Yeah, it basically
All of those different telescopes, they had to have the right weather, not only on Earth, but all the right weather across the universe to see through the dust and all that shit, and actually see the light fragments or whatever. And then they had a supercomputer piece of data and light fragments and compiled it together and created an image. That's fucking awesome, because it's not like, because when I first thought, oh well, we have
the Hubble took a picture.
we have an image of a black hole, I thought instantly, oh well, like we have a super cool camera and we just kind of pointed in the sky, zoomed in really far, and we took a picture.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of.
I think that's what everyone thought.
Yeah, definitely.
But in layman's terms, the best way to describe it is if like 8 people took videos at the same time of a faraway phenomenon from different angles, and then they all put their videos together.
Like layered them on top of
Yeah,
each
to
other.
make one video,
Yeah.
and that's what it is. So the thing about this, the crazy thing about this is the data that it took to shoot video that far was, if you, in layman's terms, well, not even layman's terms, if you were to take that data and put it in perspective, that's 5,000 years of MP3 files.
Okay, so
The
let me
data
just say this: we're at almost 12 minutes
no, we're fine.
of MP3 data.
Yeah. So
You said 5,000 years.
It's 5 petabytes, which is 5,000 years of MP3 files, and for even more perspective, that's 1.39 billion copies of Old Town Road by Lil Nas.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
it's crazy.
Well, because if you think about it, I think it's, what is it? The Google's the offshore storage where they have all those really big servers.
Yeah.
They have the really big servers where they have all the yettabyte, or the, what is it?
Terabytes. Yeah.
Well, it's bigger than the
Yottabyte.
yottabyte.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the biggest unit of
Yeah.
data that people can, that we've created or whatever. They have like thousands and thousands of yottabytes,
Yeah.
and they just have buildings, and like it's basically a warehouse where they just have yottabytes. And then you said that's a
Petrabyte.
petabyte, which I think on the scale of that, it's like a couple notches down from a yottabyte. But that's so insane, that like that much data, because that's if you think of it like
It's over 1,000 pounds of hard drives you can fill up. It's straight up over 1,000
If
pounds.
you think of a new computer that has maybe 1 to 2 terabytes.
Yeah.
That's
They had
like 1 million terabytes
as they were doing
or
this.
don't quote me, but that's thousands or millions. I don't know which one.
As they were doing this, they had planes flying around the earth, because it was literally 8 simultaneous satellites taking pictures of this one area at a time. They had planes flying around to receive the data. Every one of those planes,
Ship it to each different place.
every one of those planes had over 1,000 pounds of hard drives on them to receive that data.
Oh my
because
Lord.
it took that long. So the crazy thing about it is that anything can become a black hole if it's put under that much pressure.
That much pressure, that much mass.
Yeah,
it
you
turns
crush
that
it.
much gravity.
So the thing is that if our sun was to become a black hole, it would need to be crushed, implode on itself to about the size of a small town.
Which our sun's pretty big.
Yeah, and our Earth, to become a black hole, it would have to be crushed to about the size of a peanut.
Oh my.
Yeah, so the thing that's crazy about this is that this black hole is 6.5 billion times the mass of our sun. So think about how big this fucking object was.
That's huge.
To take our sun and put it to a small town,
Yeah.
and for its black hole to be bigger, 6.5 times
Billion
times bigger than our sun.
sun.
Can you imagine the fucking object this thing was? You can't. You
no,
can't.
I can't
Yeah.
imagine that. No. That's because, to be all the way honest, I can't even imagine our Earth fitting into our sun however many fucking times.
Oh
over
yeah,
and
it's crazy.
over.
It's like you
That's
can
a
fit.
ridiculous amount of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so small. Nothing we do matters.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of sad and depressing thinking about it, but you're exactly right.
Yeah, it's terrible when you really start thinking about it. You realize just nothing you do matters. Nothing you do matters at all. And one day you'll die. And
Yeah, well, I mean,
if you don't do anything crazy and get into the history books, no one will remember you. So if you're gonna start that revolution, do it now.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, what you got next?
Oh God. Well, since this was kind of on the last whim, what are we at? 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay.
We got a couple of minutes.
Oh man. Do you know the order of the planets?
Okay. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Because I said Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune. No. Uranus or Uranus.
Uranus.
Yeah, your asshole. And then Neptune, and then formerly Pluto.
That was really good. I didn't think you could do it.
Was that all correct?
That was good.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good. Do you watch Drake and Josh?
I used to.
Do you remember the song?
No.
Then you are a smarter man than I am, because that is the only reason I remember.
Really?
Yeah. That is the show that taught me our education system is failing, because everything I know about science is from Drake and Josh
It's
and
from a
Futurama.
TV show.
It's from Futurama and Drake and Josh.
That's so sad. Like that disappoints me.
Yeah.
Walter White would be so disappointed.
Walter White is God.
Mr. White.
we need to-
Excuse me.
we need to stop
He's
talking.
still a chemistry teacher.
We need to stop talking about Breaking Bad. It's
un-
2019.
Unemployed. Yo, the funny thing is, so last episode we were talking about Bill Burr, right?
Yeah.
And how he was on Breaking Bad. I was like, when the fuck was this motherfucker on Breaking Bad? I just saw that episode.
Did you?
It was earlier today or yesterday, one of the two.
My favorite part.
It was when Bill Burr was acting as under Skyler, where he was testing the soap and the water from
Yeah.
the car wash. And he's like, well, sir, we got to shut you down because the EPA says blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This is testing negative or positive, whichever one. I was like, oh, my God, that's fucking Bill Burr. And I was like, oh, my. That just completes my whole. If I don't see another fucking episode of Breaking Bad, that completes it.
My favorite part is it's 2019.
Mm-hmm.
You're on season 3 or 4 of Breaking Bad,
I'm on season 4.
and the last seasons of Game of Thrones literally comes out tomorrow, and you're like, dude, Breaking Bad's a good shit. you're over here being like, have you guys seen Breaking Bad? It's really good.
Oh, you know what?
You're so behind.
I have nothing to say to that. It's still a good fucking show. You know what? And it's not like I'm bitching if someone puts out a spoiler or something. It's like, you know what? I put that on myself because it's been
too long for you to not
They
understand.
ended 6 years ago, so I mean it's whatever. If I get a spoiler, and even then, I'm just like, well,
Yeah, whatever.
I don't believe it until I see it.
Excuse me. Black Herman.
Oh God, you just yelled in my ear.
Black Herman.
Who's Black Herman?
A magician that is no longer with us.
Hello.
So,
Dead magician.
dead magician.
All right, yeah. I could use another beer. How about you?
I'm still drinking this. Black Herman was a man that was known for really blurring the lines between magician and
Well, his
magic
name's
and
Black, so yeah.
He did play for mostly African American crowd.
Was he African American himself?
You know what? It doesn't look like it from the picture of him, from a poster I have right here of him.
No, he definitely is.
But yeah, I mean, I would definitely say he was.
Black Herman, yeah, that.
Black Herman was probably definitely black, and if he wasn't, then he was probably definitely white.
No, he wasn't black. He was African American.
Whatever. Strong sense of African American identity. Whites making fun. Yeah, it's all fun and games. He was most known for the buried alive trick.
Okay.
Everyone knows the buried alive trick.
Okay, was he in a cast or
Well, it could be anywhere.
a casket?
Yeah, it's
excuse me.
usually a
Excuse me.
casket. Some people did it in a glass box
Oh,
so you can see it.
Speaking of which, I got a joke.
What?
What would the casket say to the other casket?
Uh-huh. What?
Is that you coughing?
Podcast canceled. You made Kara laugh, and that's not hard to do with puns, but
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, so I've got a whole story beyond that.
I guess you get a
Hell
high
yeah.
five. You get a high five.
So I've got a whole story beyond that.
You can tell me that after this demonstration.
All right, yeah,
story.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Black Herman.
You're fine. So anyway, obviously, anyone that knows anything about magic, you're not really buried alive. It's a trapdoor. Unless you're the Undertaker, you're not really buried alive.
Unless you're Undertaker.
Yeah. So
I love how you gave that exclusion.
it's Undertaker. He's a dead man. He choke slammed Elias at the Raw.
An Undertaker is more or less a coroner.
Sure.
So Undertaker doesn't actually get buried. The coroner is who. Okay.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Yeah,
Anyway, so at the end of a show in Louisville in April 1934, he suffered a heart attack
Okay.
and died
That sucks.
on stage.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That makes it interesting.
But most people believed it was a trick because this man
God.
had been buried alive for 3 to 4 days at a time and then pop up and be like, haha, it was me. I was never dead. So they believed he was trying out a new trick. His promoter, they were like, he's not dead. Like, even when the papers posted, they were like, he's not dead. It's just a trick. He's going to pop up in the middle of time, wherever, in this old shitty town and be like, it was just a trick. Ha ha. His promoters took advantage of this
To get money.
and charged fees for his funeral. So people could go.
I wish you guys could see my face because it was like it was a whole O face and then my god.
They charged a fee for for fans to get into his funeral and look at his dead body. And how cool do you have to be for people to come pay to see your dead ass?
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't charge anyone to see my dead.
It's not up to you.
I mean,
it's not up to you. You're dead.
You know what? Funerals are expensive. I probably would be like, hey, this is stipulation. If I don't get cremated, you gotta charge people admission fees.
Yeah.
But no, like that's. I mean, I don't blame the promoters because that's their job to make money off of any opportunity they can. But yeah, that's pretty shitty.
I mean, I like it. I mean,
He had a heart attack. He was famous for being buried alive.
yeah, it's basically making people think he was
Man.
dead and then popping back up 3 or 4 days later. And
I am impressed with the very interesting dead magician
it's fun,
stories.
right? It's
you have
fun,
found.
right?
But you know, when you told me dead magicians before we even recorded the first episode, I was like, yeah. What is he gonna tell me the story of Houdini? Like, cool.
Punch in the chest.
Yeah, like whatever. He couldn't escape. I don't even know what the story.
I'm sure we'll tell it.
We'll do that for the very last final
Houdini?
kicker. Yeah, we'll do the Houdini one as the final dead magician before we move on to another.
I don't know who's
series of dead topics.
I don't know who's gonna beat Chung Ling So because that motherfucker.
Oh, was it the guy with the dead horses?
No,
Or
that
the
was
horse?
that was the last one. The guy that got shot in the lung on stage. The guy that changed.
See,
his
I barely
name.
remember that. That's
Yeah,
why I
because you were
asked.
very drunk. But yeah, oh man, so
That guy, yeah, because he had too much gunpowder blow or
Yeah.
gun residue.
he was he spoke broken English and in like a Japanese.
face
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. So I'm gonna regret asking this because I'm sure we're about to end it. But what's your fucking coffin story about that joke?
Coffin story.
Yeah, you said you had like a whole story about that. Just what did one coffin say to the other?
Okay. So I'm at regionals speech competition, which is in its own right sounds a little goofy.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because I'm doing a podcast now. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm in this regional speech competition. The more people that compete in a given topic, the better the chance for the good people to actually go through and make a national qualifier. Because you have to have the regional qualifier or whatever to make nationals. Because semi-state and then state are totally different from regional and then qualifying for nationals.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the whole reason I was at regionals was to compete as a warm body, which means adding numbers so the good people on our
Because you're not good
at our
enough.
school, so regional. I competed in radio, in state, semi-state, blah blah blah. However, nationals didn't have radio as a competition. They didn't recognize that as an actual competition. So I was like, well, fuck. If I'm not gonna be able to compete in radio, I don't really want to compete. I'll come as a warm body.
Yeah.
So I show up, and it's memorized. Memorized drama is what. So you have like a 5 to 8 minute memorized dramatic monologue.
Yeah.
Okay, and basically so you have so many rounds, blah blah blah. Anyways, I'm procrastinating. I show up in the room. I get called. I stand up in the front of the room where I've listened to 2 or 3 very, very serious, dramatic monologues.
Yeah.
One was like Telltale Heart, where like the guy is going crazy and he hears the heartbeat in the bottom of the floor. Or whatever.
Yes.
I'm sure you guys heard that story.
Probably not, but if you can, you can look it up.
Yeah.
because it's insane.
Anyways, I get up there after I'm following this guy, extremely serious. I mean, he was decent.
Yeah.
But he was extremely serious in his piece. Very dramatic. I stand up there and I'm like, what'd the casket say to the other casket? And everyone they kind of turned their heads and they looked at each other and shit. And I was like, he said, is that you, Coffin? And then still everyone was like looking at, turn their heads, like looking at each other. I looked at the judge like directly in his eye. I was like, thank you very much. I'm just a warm body. And I sat down. Which was, I mean, it wasn't totally unprofessional of me to do that because most warm bodies wouldn't do a serious piece. They would just kind of fuck off. But I decided on my own decision to tell a joke.
That's so funny.
Because everyone's listening to all these dramatic ass things.
Yeah.
Like, let's lighten up the mood a little bit. Let's tell a joke.
Yeah, telling the fucking story.
Once I said, hey, I'm just a warm body, everyone started fucking dying laughing.
Yeah.
And then I look at the scoreboards. I counted the number of people in the room.
Yeah.
There was 9 of us, right? So, in theory, I should have placed 9th.
Yeah.
Because I was a warm body.
Yeah.
However, I kind of spectated the room. There was at least one other warm body. Because I left after that. I didn't sit back down. Which, respectfully, if you do a dramatic piece or you do a serious piece, you sit down and listen to everyone else. However, I was a warm body, so I just walked out.
Yeah.
So I looked around. There was at least one more warm body. So I was like, all right, top I could place was 8. I look at the scoreboards, right?
Yeah.
Guess what place I placed?
8th?
I placed 4th. That means That means I beat at least, what is that, 3,
Yeah.
4 people that actually did a piece?
Yeah, you beat 4 people.
Just because I told a joke. I legitimately placed 4th.
Holy shit.
I mean, like, 4th wasn't good enough to continue on as being a warm body,
Yeah.
but I placed 4th.
That's so fucking funny. That's amazing.
And that's my best story that I have from speech competition in high school.
That's incredible.
Oh my.
You got any more funny puns?
What would the waves say to the shore?
What?
Oh no.
I'm about to say you fucked that up
I
because
just
it's like
said that
what
wrong.
did
What did the ocean say to the shore? Or to
nothing?
the,
It just waved.
It just waved. I'm terrible.
I'm dating a girl from the zoo. I think she's a keeper.
Oh. Oh my god. I love it.
Oh
I'm
man.
trying to think.
Oh man. I mean,
shit.
there's always the classic. I spilled spot remover on my dog, and now he's gone. Come on.
Spot remover.
Don't give me that look.
Who names their dog Spot?
Everyone from 1940.
Holy shit, that is too funny. 1950s.
I can't remember how to write 51, 6, and 500 in Roman numerals. I'm livid.
LV.
Livid. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end this because...
Because that was just awful. That was terrible.
Okay.
I wish I could really think of one because I feel like I should excuse me, have it come back for all of yours, but
Maybe we'll have a pun off at the end of the episodes. Maybe that's something we can do.
that's a good idea. We'll end it with the pun off. Okay.
Yeah, just something to keep Kara listening because, I mean,
Definitely.
if we promise puns at the end of the episode,
She'll definitely
Yeah.
listen to all these things.
Okay.
She'll listen to the end, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're over about a half an hour.
That's perfect.
That's definitely perfect. We don't really have anything more to talk about. Don't have any more puns, funny shit to talk about. So, yeah, I wish I could clink or something.
Yeah, oh, hey, I mean, clink.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's going to be fine. But yeah, I'm going to probably eat more of your pizza in the fridge.
We can hang out as long as you want. I'm not going to bed.
Well, you never go to bed. But anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and sign off. So that means clink, stay drunk, and have a good day or night, depending on when you're listening to this.
Yeah, that was Mason. I am Curtis. Have a great night.
And I'm going pee.